Okay, fine. So where we have created the basic settings of the controlling module, let us go to that place. See, I am going to the customizing area, SPRO, right? So in the SPRO, like financial accounting, here there is controlling, right? Under the controlling, there is general controlling. Under the general controlling, there is organization. See, in financial accounting, company code is the most important organizational object, right? Similarly, in costing, the most important organizational object is controlling area, right? Under the controlling area, we do the costing. So controlling area is the first organizational object we have to create or we have to maintain, right? So we have already maintained the controlling area. For maintaining the controlling area, we prefer the middle one, that is maintain controlling area, right? So many controlling area are already there, 68 numbers of controlling area, and our controlling area is already here. When you have to create a fresh controlling area, new controlling area for the purpose of costing, you have to click on the new entries. As I have already created, click on the position button. My controlling area, I have given a name which is very similar with my company code name. Otherwise, I will also confused. If I will give different names for different organizational object, then remembering all these things also very difficult. So your company code is 7200. So this is the controlling area I have created. So I will select this controlling area and click on assignment of company codes, right? There are two options. Controlling area can be assigned, more than one company code can be assigned to a single controlling area, or every company code will be having independent controlling area. That means one-to-one relation will be there, or many-to-one relation will be there. So whenever many company codes are operating under one controlling area, then what happens? What are the benefit of that? For the benefit is cross company code cost accounting is possible. Transfer price mechanism, cross company code cost accounting will be possible. But cross company code cost accounting is not the standard scenario in most of the organizations. Rarely cross company code cost accounting is followed, because whenever cross company code cost accounting has to be adopted, then under one controlling area there will be many company codes. But all the company codes, they should have the same fiscal year variant, same currency, and same fiscal year variant is also required. So therefore, in a very simple scenario, I have assigned my company code with my controlling area. Then I have also activate components. Whenever we are creating a controlling area, here we have to start with the fiscal year 2022, and automatically it will extend 9999, that means for indefinite period. And we are activating some of the components of the costing or controlling. Costing has so many components, but we are in the very primary stage, just for the demonstration of document splitting. Therefore I make the cost center active, make activity type active, okay, and profit center active, variance active. These things are only activated. So this is the way in which I have created my basic settings of my controlling area. And in this screen automatically assignment is possible, because in FI, if you create a group company and a company code, there was a special screen for the assignment. Assignment means linking. But here in a single screen or a single place, assignment of company codes is also possible. That means company code is linked with the controlling area, right? So that was my basic thing. Then I go to the number ranges, right? See, whenever any entry is passed in costing or controlling, also like financial accounting, a controlling document is generated. My voice is audible to all of you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like financial accounting, there are document types and number ranges. Here, in the costing or controlling, there is no document types. Like in financial accounting, there is document type SA, that is GL document, AB, that is reversal document. So these are the different document types under which number range was created, right? But in the costing or controlling, those document types are not available. So what is available? Because in costing or controlling, there are different techniques of cost accounting, different techniques of controlling, and different techniques or different activities are called transactions. Normally we don't create a number range afresh in cost accounting, but we copy a number range from a previous standard company code. So let us see, this is the copy object. I have already demonstrated how it was there. So let us see, if I click on the display, I see so many number ranges are there, like 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. So these are there. Already 16 varieties of number ranges are there, as if 16 varieties of documents are there. But it's not like that. So let us see. I have already told that in costing there are, let us click on the groups. See, so these are the groups. Here there are different transactions. Like there is a transaction called just a minute, let us come to the simplest one. See, these are everything of transaction types or transactions in controlling. There is a transaction called coin, COIN. These are the SAP defined names. Coin means CO through posting in FI. What does it mean? Suppose we pass a expenses account in FI, that is automatically passed on to the costing. When that is passed on to the costing, that is saved in a transaction type which is called coin, right? Which is called coin, COIN, right? So there is a transaction called RKU1, that is repost costs. Suppose your expenses or cost are pile up in a particular cost center, but you want to allocate or apportion the cost from one cost center to another cost center. We can call it repost of cost, or it may happen that suppose there is a expenses salary which is posted entirely in cost center department X, but we want to repost the cost, 50% cost of the salary in department X, and another 50% we transfer to department Y. So that is a costing technique, that is a work in cost accounting. Like financial accounting transaction is posted by people who are end users, in costing also, costing department also, there are many month end transactions posted. Those are basically, in our theoretical education we know allocation, apportionment, redistribution. So these are the things which we have learnt in our theoretical education. But practically there are so many things which are there in controlling or costing. But I do not want to go into depth, because we will study the controlling in very depth after FI is over. But for the sake of creation of the controlling area as well as profit center, cost center, segment, because document splitting has to be demonstrated with profit center, cost center and segment. So that's why I created the basic customizations of the controlling. So these are different transactions, right? So these transactions will be discussed and demonstrated also. Then there is a maintain version. Just understand, version means nothing. These are the plan, or there are different versions. That means plan or actual version. That means we are planning and actuals are compared with the plan. Suppose we created, see, in any organization there may be 2-3 types of plan. First plan, second plan, third plan. If first plan will be failed, then second one will be adopted. If second one will be failed, then third one will be there. So many organizations nowadays, they go for the planning, they do the planning, but if there is some contingency, if there is some situation changed, they change the first plan and they adopt the second plan. So similarly in SAP controlling also, we can make the plan, we can make a second plan, we can make a third plan, and every plan will be called version. Version 0 is the plan or actual version. These are normally used. One version is used, that is version 0, which is system defined. But later on we can add more and more planning figures, because in SAP controlling always everything is planned and actual is compared with the plan and variances is found out. So these are the basic things what I have discussed. In addition to that, I created profit center, cost center, as well as segment, right? So these three master data I have created. So after creation of this three master data, let us check the master data again. So for checking the master data, I can go to the accounting, controlling, cost center accounting. This is master data. This is cost center. Okay. This is individual processing. I can go to display. KS01 is the creation of cost center. KS02 is the changes in cost center. KS03 is the display in cost center. Okay. I am putting my controlling area name in the small window 7200. Then there is a drop down here. So my controlling area is automatically coming. Let us click on continue. See, these are the two numbers of cost center I have created. I am selecting this one and click on enter. So once I click on enter, what I see, this is the name of this cost center is DEPT-X, or full name is Department X. Okay, and every cost center is always in the master data. You have to put the person responsible. That means who is responsible for that cost center. And every cost center must be put under a cost center category. There are already many categories are there: production, service, sales, admin, management, research, service. So there are many cost centers, cost center category. So we have selected one cost center category. Then there is a hierarchy area. So I have discussed regarding what is hierarchy. Okay, organizational structure or hierarchy. Hierarchy means what is the meaning of hierarchy? Hierarchy means levels, different levels, or different levels of your cost center. That means there is a top level, which is the utmost, which is the highest level, and under that highest level there are certain cost center groups, or there are certain cost center groups under that, and each cost center group there will be another so many cost centers. So I have already created a standard hierarchy, and whenever you create a cost center, first of all you have to give that standard hierarchy name here. And there is a scope where you can link the cost center with the appropriate business area. Then you have to give the currency for using in that cost center transaction. Then here, this is most important. Every cost center is ultimately linked with a profit center. So cost center master data, it is linked with the profit center, right? Similarly, let us go to and see the profit center master data. See, this is the cost center master data. Now we can go to the profit center master data. This is the profit center, individual processing, KE53, right? So let us see what are the profit centers I have created. I have also created same two numbers of profit centers, and the name is very much same, because once it is same, then only I can it will be easy to remember. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, I am using the same name. Department X is also a cost center, Department X is also a profit center. I don't want to forget and I don't want to face any problem forgetting these naming conventions, because SAP is full of names only. So many names, so many variants. So I click here. Once I click here, then this is the name of the profit center, and this is also person responsible will be there. And the most important thing is, like cost center category, you have to assign a profit center grouping. There can be similar profit centers can be grouped, and that group may be having a name. I have created the group name, and that name I assign to this profit center. And most important thing is, profit centers is assigned to a segment, right? So what is segment? Segment is the requirement of your Companies Act, right? IFRS, Ind AS, segment is always there. Organization should prepare the balance sheet and profit and loss account as per segment. So how it will be possible? It will be possible if each and every transaction in financial accounting, it hit to a particular segment, then it is possible. So first of all, when we will post any transaction in financial accounting, we should give a appropriate cost center or profit center. Where we will give the appropriate cost center, where we will give the appropriate profit center. See, in case of expenses, you choose a cost center, right? Even if you choose a cost center, in the cost center master data, what I have shown you, every cost center is linked with a profit center, isn't it? So even if for a particular expenses account, we choose a account assignment object, that in for which cost center this expenses is incurred, then automatically that expenses is also hit to the respective profit center, right? So even if there is a expenses, and we are choosing a appropriate cost center, suppose we are paying salary, while passing the salary entry, we choose the cost center department X. Automatically the same figure is reflected in profit center department X. Why? Because in the master data it is linked itself. So master data it is linked itself means the same transaction is copied under the profit center also, same profit center also, which is linked with the cost center, right? Similarly, in my profit center, I have linked the respective segment. So automatically what will happen? The logic is, the every expenses transaction that will be reflected in department X cost center, department X profit center, as well as the segment laptop, right? So my intention is to create I have two segments, one is laptop, one is desktop. And the purpose of segment is, I have to prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet separately for laptop as well as desktop. However, there are many transactions where the user may not found to which profit center, which segment it pertains, or which profit center that transaction pertains. In case, suppose we are passing the revenue entry. Whenever we pass any entry relating to the revenue, will we go to choose the cost center or profit center? Definitely profit center, because it is a revenue. So when we choose the profit center also, automatically the respective cost center as well as respective segment is also populated. Transaction is also copied. But there are some transactions where the user cannot know what profit center the transaction will post. The user may post it with a particular cost center, or we can create a cost center which is called common cost center. Like cost center department X, we can create a common cost center, right? So once we create a common cost center, later on the costing department can allocate the cost from the common cost center to the respective profit centers, as well as or respective cost centers, so that respective profit center will be populated as well as segment will be populated. So it is purely because financial accounting, the user may not go through the depth. The user cannot allocate or apportion the cost. So if it is not understood clearly, the user can put the cost in a cost center or in a profit center, which is called common. The name of that cost center or we have to create in the master data. I will make you understand when controlling will be there. And in the month end, we will do the allocation, apportionment, etc., etc. Right? Common cost has to be apportioned among different departments or different segments on certain basis of allocation should be there. So these are the very basic things I have created in the last class, right? So now we will entirely focus on my document splitting, right? So what is document splitting? Let us open one Excel sheet. I will make you understand, then I will do the customization and I will do the demonstrations. Okay. Okay, fine. So let us open one transaction. So let us pass a transaction. Suppose I am passing a transaction, salary account, salary account, debit, say 5 lakhs to say to bank account, right? Right? Suppose I pass this entry. So whenever I pass this entry, what is my intention? Whenever I decided that my profit and loss account and balance sheet should be prepared segment wise as well as the profit center wise, then what I will do? When this transaction will be posted, first of all, this is the expenses account, isn't it? So when it is the expenses account, my user has to choose the respective cost center. Suppose it choose the cost center department X. Let us go to the screen itself. Suppose somebody is posting a transaction in FB50, right? Suppose this is today's date. I'm just changing the company code. So today is 23rd 11/2022, right? Suppose I am paying salary, or I am passing an entry of direct payment of salary. So I am putting this as expenses. Amount is say 5 lakhs, right? So this is a salary JV. See, if I go to the extreme right, what happens? This particular cursor will move. So many things are there. This is what? This is business area. I can choose a particular business area. Even if I do not choose a business area can be also automatically populated. How it will be populated? Let us open the master data. See, this is the master data of cost center, right? This is the master data of, this is profit center, and this is business area. These three things are already connected with each other, right? Again I am telling, in the master data, cost center as well as its linked business area as well as its linked profit center, it is connected in the master data. So as it is connected in the master data, if I choose the specific cost center like department X, then what happened? Automatically the transaction will be copied to business area 0001, as well as it will be automatically copied to the profit center DPTX, right? Why? because in the master data itself I have made the linkage. Cost center, business area, profit center, these are linked, right? So once I choose, because this is an expenses, I will choose a cost center. So once I will choose a cost center, the system automatically copy the same thing to the respective cost center, respective profit center, as well as the respective business area, isn't it? So this is your requirement. Again, credit item. Suppose credit is the bank account. Bank account is credited, and you are putting star, text is plus, that's it. You don't have to choose the respective cost center, profit center, or business area. Why? Because you know that if debit part is cost center department X, then automatically credit part is also cost center department X, or debit part is profit center department X, automatically credit part is also profit center department X, right? So that's why in this case, this things, the baseline profit center will be automatically copied here. However, let us take an example. Suppose I am paying salary for two numbers of departments. Salary account, I am paying it to the two numbers of department. Then what happens? My user will do what? Suppose second department 4 lakh salary is posted, and this is department Y, right? While passing the entry, my user has to use this account assignment object. Actually, this is called account assignment object. Cost center, profit center, or business area, these are called account assignment object. That means the object of this cost is the object of this account assignment. That means salary account will be assigned to department X. This salary account is assigned to department Y. So this is account assignment object. My user will just put salary account debit 5 lakhs department X, salary account debit 4 lakhs department Y. Then simply it will put to bank account, right? Bank account credit how much? It will be 9 lakhs, right? So what happens if my user pass this transaction in this way? Is the financial statement, profit and loss account, and balance sheet is possible for department X as well as department Y? No, it will not be possible. Why? Because my user only selected the expenses part to the respective profit center. But what about the current asset, that is bank account? Is it divided into two lines? No, it is not divided into two lines. It is not also required. The user don't have to do this. User only choose the respective profit center or respective cost center, that's it. So what about this second line item? The second line item will be automatically splitted into two line items by taking the by copying the base profit center, base cost center. Okay, so what happens in this case? Even if my end user will just pass the entry like this, in the manner like this, but while the entry will be saved, the entry will be saved like this. The entry will be saved, and automatically two numbers of line item will be created like this in the background. Two numbers of line item will be created in the background. So once two numbers of line items are created in the background, splitting the 9 lakhs. Actually 9 lakhs is entered by my user, or just he puts the plus sign. Okay, total debit, for total credit it gives the plus sign for the bank, but while saving the transaction it will be splitted into the two parts. How it will be splitted? Basing on the ratio of the baseline. What is the ratio of the baseline? 5:4 ratio. So 9 lakhs is to be divided into 5:4 ratio. Similarly, the respective cost centers which are attached to the first and second line, it will be also copied in the same manner. Again, I am making you understand what is document splitting. Document splitting is a process by which the one part of the document which is posted without choosing a respective cost center or profit center, like whatever is done in case of bank, the system automatically splitted the line items into separate line items basing on the base line item, as well as the system copies the account assignment object like cost center of the base line item. These are the base line item, right? So this is called your document splitting. So in this case, what happens? In this case, what happens? Your balance sheet. Suppose I am preparing the profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. This is and balance sheet. Profit and loss account for, say, department X. Profit and loss account of department X and balance sheet of department X. Similarly, let us create another profit and loss account of department Y and another balance sheet of department Y. If the document is not splitted, what happens? The balance sheet department wise or profit center wise balance sheet and profit and loss account would not be possible, because this is one profit center, this is another profit center, right? These are different profit center. Management wants to find out department X profit center profit and loss account, department X balance sheet, then again department Y profit and loss and department Y balance sheet. Please be very attentive, because these are very fundamental things I am discussing. See, in this case, if the document is not splitted, right? If this document is not splitted, what happened? It will be 9 lakhs and there is no cost center or profit center here. This is blank because user doesn't do the entry in the line items manually. User just choose the debit part. Credit part it doesn't choose. Automatically 9 lakhs is copied here without choosing any profit center or cost center. But system automatically split the lines into two lines on the baseline, ratio of the baseline 5:4, as well as copying the same cost center to the second line, right? If it is not splitted, then definitely there is no possibility of preparation of profit center wise balance sheet. Profit center wise balance sheet is not at all possible, because my user only chooses the profit center or cost center of the respective expenses account. If it chooses the cost center, it is automatically copied to the profit center. How? It is automatically copied to the segment. How? I have already shown you that in the master data itself, in the master data of cost center, we have linked the respective profit center. And in the master data of profit center, we have assigned the segment. Segment reporting is our requirement also. So, if the line item is splitted, so what happens? Here I will put on the debit side, I will put this 5 lakhs, right? Similarly, in the balance sheet on the credit side, I will put this 5 lakhs. isn't it? So this is the way in which, see, this is my uh, department X, and it goes to the profit and loss account, and in the balance sheet, sorry, in the balance sheet that is on the credit side, this one, right? So this transaction is posted like this. Once this transaction is posted like this is credit, so it comes to the credit side of the balance sheet. So is my balance sheet will match in this case? Yes, it will match. See, this is 5 lakhs on the debit side, so what happens? There will be loss. How much? 5 lakhs. And this loss will go to which side? On the debit side. How much? 5 lakhs, isn't it? So my balance sheet match. That means the balance sheet will match for this transaction. That means for each and every transaction your balance sheet will match. There will be no any problem in your balance sheet, right? So your balance sheet will be matched for each and every transactions. Similarly, what happens here is your balance sheet match for this transaction. Similarly, for department Y, this particular thing, this will be on the debit side and this will be on the credit side, right? So in this case, how much is the loss for this transaction? Loss is your 4 lakhs. Here the loss will be transferred to the asset side of the balance sheet, isn't it? So what happens? Your balance sheet will match. That means we need the transaction should look like this. How this will happen? This will happen through the document splitting. Again I am telling, this will happen through the document splitting, right? But there is a new thing what I am going to tell you. Have you ever noticed, see, out of all of you, most of you have already working in SAP. Have you noticed that there is a GL account called zero balance clearing? Zero balance clearing account. Have you noticed that? Have you ever noticed that in your organization there is a GL account called zero balance clearing account? Have you noticed?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what is the use of this? Anybody knows? Anybody knows what is the use of zero balance clearing account? Anybody who knows what is the uses of this zero balance clearing account? That is a GL account. So many transactions will be there in that GL account. But what is the use of that zero balance clearing account? 99% users, end users, they do not know what is the use of that zero balance clearing account. We have to discuss what is the use of that zero balance clearing account now, because zero balance clearing account is that account which make the profit center wise or segment wise balance sheet and profit and loss account as balanced. How? Let us see. Suppose in this case, this is the transaction. Suppose I pay the salary of department X and Y, right? But money has been paid from department Z. Money has been paid from department Z. So what happened? Once the money has been paid from department Z, so how the profit and loss account and balance sheet of department X, department Y and department Z will be balanced? See, there are three departments: department X, department Y and department Z. So in this case, how this, for this transaction, how profit and loss account and balance sheet of department X, department Y and department Z will be prepared. How this will be prepared? So this is the question of here the zero balance clearing comes into picture. So how it happens, let us see. How zero balance clearing account is used for this purpose. See, this is the salary account, department X. It is posted to the department X, isn't it? Sorry, this is 9 lakhs. So 9 lakhs is paid from department Z. So whenever salary account is paid for department X, but bank is used from department Z, so in this case there is a line item here that will be inserted as say to bank account. Just a minute. There is a ভাইনা নমস্কার ভাইনা কোন তো କଥା ହେଇଥିଲେ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ କେବେ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲେ ଭାଇ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ अच्छा 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 ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛି ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ଅଛି କି କ'ଣ ଅଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣାଉଛୁ ନହେଲେ ସେ କଥା ହେବ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ हेलो माँ शरत नना फोन करथिले ताकर किए झील कि किए हॉस्पिटल एडमिट अच्छी दीपा कहते से 3 दिन खंडे हेलानी दीपा कहूटी कौन बुझाबुझी कर भाई किसी करना से हॉस्पिटल एडमिट अच्छी रविवार दिन जानिले मैंने से दीपा से कथा है सारे 3 दिन हेलानी से कहते पचारू कौन है कौन ना बुझिकी करेंगे पूरा व्यस्त हो okay fine, welcome back. So in this case the most important thing is how we can prepare the department X, department Y and department Z balance sheet and profit and loss account. How these things will be made. See, in this case, even if the user will pass only these 3 line items, however, once we save these line items, then there will be just a minute, some important call is there. Mama. सेटा कहि दोनी से किसी बुझु नांती जे डेलीवरी टाइम न हले हबनी बोली कहि दे दीपक को फोन कर कहि दे कहि देले से ताको बुझे कहि देले बुझे नले से काई व्यस्त ही फोन करने ନାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଫୋନ କରିକି ଜଣେଇ ଦେ। କଣ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲା? ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଉ ମୁଁ ଜଷ୍ଟ କହିଦେଉଛି। ଭାଇନା ଏ ସାନ ଭାଇ ପରା ଆଜି ସକାଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲା। ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ଭାଇନା, ସାନ ଭାଇ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲା। ସେ କହିବା କଥା ଡେଲିଭରି ସମୟ ନହେଲେ କଣ ଡେଲିଭରି କରିଦେବେ କି? ସେମିତି ତ କରିବେନି ନା। ସେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ସିରିୟସ୍ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଥାନ୍ତେ ତାହେଲେ କଣ ଆଉ କିଛି କରନ୍ତେ। ତ ଟାଇମ୍ ବୋଧେ ଡେଲିଭରିର ହେଇନି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ବିଷୟରେ କଥା ହେଇଥିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସକାଳେ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକାଲି। ହଁ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲି ଟାଇମ୍ ନ ହେଇଥିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜେନେରାଲ ରୁମ୍ ରଖିଦେବେ, ତାପରେ ଡିସଚାର୍ଜ କରିଦେବେ, କହିବେ ଆସ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପେନ୍ ହବ ଆସିବ। ଆଚ୍ଛା ତ ସେଟା ଯେହେତୁ ଟାଇମ୍ ହେଇନି ସେଥିପାଇଁ କରୁନଥିବେ ସେମାନେ ଆଉ। ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆପଣ ପେନ୍ ହବା କଥା କହିଛନ୍ତି ଭାଇ କି ସାନ ଭାଇ କି? ନାଇଁ ଡକ୍ଟରଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖେଇଲା ପରେ ଡକ୍ଟର କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? ହଁ ପିଲାର ୱେଟ୍ ନ ବଢିଲା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଅପରେସନ କଲେ ପିଲା ସର୍ଭାଇଭ୍ ନ କରିପାରେ। ଡକ୍ଟର ତ କିଛି ଭୁଲ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ହଁ ଜେନେରାଲ ରୁମ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେବେ ଆଉ, କାହିଁକିନା ପିଲା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଡେଲିଭରି ହେବା ଷ୍ଟେଜ୍ରେ ନାହିଁ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଜେନେରାଲ ରୁମ୍କୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର୍ କରିଦେଇଥିବେ। ଡକ୍ଟର ଯାହା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏମ୍ସରେ କିଛି ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ହୁଏନି ଭାଇନା। ପଇସା ପତ୍ର ନେବା ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଯାହାର ଡକ୍ଟର ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ସେ ପୁରା ଯାହା କହିବେ ସେଟା ପୁରା ଠିକ୍ ଜିନିଷ। ସେ କେବେ ବି ଆଗ ପଛ କଥା କହିବେନି। ସେ ସିଚୁଏସନକୁ ଦେଖିକି କହିଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଟା ଏବେକା ସମୟରେ ହେବା କଥା ନୁହଁ, ଡେଲିଭରି ହେବା କଥା ନୁହଁ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେଟାକୁ ସେ ଜେନେରାଲକୁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର୍ କରିଦେବେ। ଆପଣ କାଲି ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ, ଆଉ ଥରେ ଦିନରେ ବି ଭାଇ ସହିତ ଫୋନ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଆପଣ ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ଦେଖା କରନ୍ତୁ, ନହେଲେ ତା ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟରେ ଯାଇକି ସେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଡିଟେଲ୍ ବୁଝେଇଦେବ। ଡକ୍ଟର ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଥା ହେଲେ ବି ଡକ୍ଟର କହିଦେବ। ଡକ୍ଟର ତ କହିଦେଲାଣି, କହିକି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜେନେରାଲକୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର୍ କରିଛି। ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି, ରହୁଛି ଭାଇ। Okay, fine. So in this case, another line item will be automatically created like zero balance clearing credit 5 lakhs. Okay, zero balance clearing 5 lakhs, and here same profit center, same cost center or same profit center will be copied here. Similarly, in this case also, second case also, for this salary account, same another zero balance clearing will be copied. This will be credit, and amount is also same. Amount will be also same. Okay, and here for the bank account 9 lakhs, there will be another zero balance clearing. There will be another zero balance clearing. This will be 2 zero balance clearing. 2 zero balance clearing, and this is credit, so this will be debit. This will be debit, and the same amount will be copied here. Okay, so even if the user pass a very simple entry like this, user pass which entry, this entry will be passed by the user. This first line item will be passed by the user. Second line item will be passed by the user. and third line item will be passed by the user. But the system automatically created three numbers of additional line item. Why the system will create three numbers of additional line item? Because the system has to make the profit and loss account and balance sheet profit center wise. So in the department X on the debit side 5 lakhs will be there, and again on the credit side, that means on the liability side, this zero balance clearing ledger on the debit side, salary expenses ledger will be there, and on the balance sheet of department X, this zero balance clearing will be reflected. Okay, so therefore department X will be fully balanced. Department X will be fully balanced. Similarly, department Y will be also fully balanced in that way, same way. Department Y is also fully balanced in that way. Then the department Z will be also fully balanced in that way. In the department Z, in the profit and loss account there will be no entry. In the department Z, suppose I am passing this transaction, I am showing this transaction. This is department Z. Please let me understand what I am telling. I am trying to make you understand what is the uses of zero balance clearing, because most of the users, they do not know what is zero balance clearing. So for department Z, these two items, actually zero balance clearing is a balance sheet account. Again I have to tell you, salary account is a profit and loss account type, but zero balance clearing account is a balance sheet type, right? So here the balance sheet type, as it is a balance sheet type account, for department Z there is nothing in the profit and loss account. So both the things are in the balance sheet. That means here is also balance sheet, and there is no profit and loss because there is no profit and loss treatment, and here is also balance sheet, right? So that's why automatically your department X profit and loss account and balance sheet, department Y label, profit center or department Y, profit center or department Y, what you can say, the profit center wise balance sheet and profit and loss account will be fully possible. Why it is called zero balance clearing? Because the ledger of this zero balance will be always zero. How it is always zero? Because if I suppose let us see the zero balance clearing ledger. So in the zero balance clearing ledger, 5 lakh is credit, then 4 lakh is credit, then here 9 lakh is debit. Okay, what is the summation of these three? Summation of these three is 0, isn't it? Summation of 3 is 0. So zero balance clearing is such a GL account which is under the balance sheet type, which helps in preparation of financial statement properly, right? So zero balance clearing account is such a GL account which makes preparation of profit and loss account perfectly, making balance of the profit and loss account and balance sheet profit center wise or segment wise. Okay, how document splitting happens? Because the user only pass this line item as well as this line item, but this additional line items are created due to the document splitting method. Document splitting or zero balance clearing. Actually here document is not splitted, but additional line item is created. So whether document splitting is done or zero balance clearing line item is generated, both are part of your document splitting topic, right? So any questions on your behalf regarding this zero balance clearing and document splitting? Do you understand the see, Why zero balance clearing is created here? Because here more than one there is different for the credit line there is a different profit center. For the debit lines there are different profit centers, and credit line there are different profit centers. So therefore zero balance clearing happens. So when there is a cross profit center transaction, cross profit center transaction means the debit line item belongs to one profit center, credit line item belongs to one profit center. So in this case this zero balance clearing has to be appeared, right? So any questions on your behalf? Please ask any question regarding document splitting procedure and zero balance clearing procedure.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Zero balance clearing GL is a defined GL, or we have to create it?
See, this GL is a general ledger which is created in SAP before go live. I am just showing my company zero balance clearing account. Master data, GL data. FS00. We will see we will see our zero balance clearing account, because without this controlling cannot be possible. Segment reporting, segment wise profit and loss account and segment wise balance sheet will not be possible. See, this is the zero balance clearing account in my organization. 214 800 214 880. Just a minute. See, this is the GL account. Actually I don't have the authorization to see the details, whether in which group this is, what is the short text, long text. This is not possible because there is no authorization to see the details. You are not authorized to display account in the chart of account, but this is the GL account what is created. And in our organization, see, let us see, in our organization the liability GLs, all the liability all the asset GLs starts from 1 and all the liability GL starts from 2. So they have put it under the liability. But the most important thing is whether you put it under liability or asset, that doesn't matter. The balance is always 0. Suppose I want to see the balance of my this GL 214800, right? Let us see. Every organization where SAP is implemented, just a minute, so many screens opened. Okay, Fagel B03, right? So 214, my let us see, fiscal year 2022. Zero balance, 0 star, this one. Okay, in the year 2022 or in the year 2022 I want to see the balance now. See, here no balance is there. This is debit, this is credit, balance is 0. Debit, credit every month. Now the period is 8th period, right? So why these things happens? This things happens due to this only, due to this only. So this is the GL, this is such a kind of GL which make everything balanced, right? Suppose I put here balance is 0 but debit is equal to credit. So many line items are there, 50,000 items are already counting, list being generated. User has to just use the limited numbers of line item, but this zero balance clearing GL line items will be automatically created in the background. Without this, segment wise balance sheet, segment wise profit center will not be possible. Or profit center wise balance sheet, profit center wise profit and loss account, segment wise balance sheet, segment wise profit and loss account will not at all possible without this zero balance clearing, when there will be a cross company code, cross profit center or cross cost center treatment. Like these two numbers of salary are paid out of the department Z. So in this case, the zero balance clearing line item will be there to prepare the individual profit center wise profit and loss account and balance sheet in a balanced manner. So that's why it is called zero balance clearing. And document splitting, I have already given you the example. See, these are the things. Suppose I want to go to a document. This is the document I want to see. This is a clearing document actually. See, every document has two views. One is entry view, another is general ledger view. Entry view, the person who has passed this document, it uses this profit center only, CA 3000. But if I go to the general ledger view, how many documents are passed? See, there are two numbers of profit center, CA 3000, DN 3500. That means two debit line item, one profit center, credit line item, one profit center. So how profit and loss account how profit center wise balance sheet and profit and loss account will be possible? It will not be possible, because one belongs to one profit center, another belong to one profit center, because you require debit CA 3000 means credit CA 3000 means you require also debit CA 3000. How it will be possible? This will be possible through zero balance clearing 3000 debit CA 3000. Similarly, this one DN 3500, this is debited. So for the profit center DN 3500, is the document balanced? No, the document is not balanced. Document is not balanced for this profit center. So for making this profit center balanced, there is a extra line item created, 3000 minus against the profit center DN 3500. So zero balance clearing account is that account which is automatically populated while passing the transaction using different profit centers. Okay, debit line items, there will be different profit center, credit line items, there will be different profit center. So in that situation only zero balance clearing comes into role. Otherwise document splitting will be there. Okay, so whether it is document splitting or it is zero balance clearing, both are required for the purpose of your making the segment wise balance sheet or profit and loss profit center wise balance sheet possible. So this is the uses of your zero balance clearing. Okay, so any questions regarding this zero balance clearing and your segment document splitting? Any further questions regarding zero balance clearing and document splitting concept?
Sir, zero balance clearing account may be asset or may be liability.
Yes, definitely.
But we have to create two GL account or one GL account.
Only one GL account. Only one GL account.
But number range may be different. Liability, it may be for your company, liability say it starts from 2. But in for asset it starts from 1. So how we
See, this is a sir, madam. This is a GL account. The nature may be asset or liability. We can put it under asset or we can put it under liability. It cannot be both. But under that GL account, some posting will be shown on the credit side, some posting will be shown on the debit side. But always the amount of posting on the credit side will be exactly equal with the amount of posting on the debit side, and the balance is always zero. Each and every time it is zero. So there is no point of sticking to only creating this GL account under liability or creating this GL account under asset. Anyway, we can create the zero balance under the liability, or we can create the zero balance on under asset. That doesn't make any issues, that doesn't make any difference, because this GL account attracts some of the entries on the credit side and some of the entries on debit side, and always credit and debit is exactly equal. There is no difference, there is no carry forward to the next year. Even if it is a balance sheet account, each and every point this account is fully balanced. Like the entry what I passed here, that's why I demonstrated this particular thing. For this entry we have used 3 times zero balance clear account: first time, second time, third time, and I have copied the 3 balances: 5 lakh credit, 4 lakh credit, 9 lakh debit, and put it under this ledger. So what is the balance here? Credit, credit, debit. 5 plus 4 minus 9. So it is 0. So whenever I was showing the TPCODL zero balance accounting also, zero balance ledger also, it was showing no balance. Every month there is no balance. Because the nature of accounts, the nature of this GL account is like that, it only helps to prepare the segment wise profit and loss account, segment wise balance sheet, or profit center wise profit and loss account, profit center wise balance sheet. So without this GL account, no organization will be able to prepare a full-fledged profit center wise balance sheet, profit center wise profit and loss account, segment wise balance sheet, and segment wise profit and loss account. No organization will be able to do it. So this is a technical account actually. Accounting, this GL account is created technically for the purpose of presentation of the transaction, uh, taking into consideration the different profit and loss account where more than one profit center is used. Then zero balance clearing line item is created for making the balancing of the document profit center wise as well as segment wise, and therefore we will always able to prepare separate balance sheet and profit and loss account segment wise as well as profit center wise. That is the purpose.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is the purpose. Actually this is a very big concept. 99% users, I am damn sure, in any organization where SAP is implemented, they don't know what is the use of zero balance clearing. Even if the users do not recognize, do not see also that there is a GL account called zero balance clearing account, because we don't have to use this while posting. This will be automatically created. If we save the transaction, it will be automatically created in the background. Later on we can, when we display the document, we can see it. But while we pass the document, we have never used this zero balance clearing for manual posting. It will also not accept. Only in the background these things are generated, because for this journal entry the user only creates salary account debit 5 lakhs, department X, salary account debit 4 lakhs department Y, and the bank account credit 9 lakhs department Z. That's it. That's it. The user doesn't know what happens after saving the document. The user save the document and forget. That's it. But the document is created, creating some more line items in the background. Instantly the user saves the document, then again pass another document. But this document is saved with creation of more numbers of line items using zero balance clearing account. Even if in a normal case what happens, suppose this zero balance clearing is not there. Suppose this zero balance clearing is not there, a simple scenario, document splitting scenario. So what the user do? If I am a user, I am supposed to pass this entry: salary account debit 5 lakhs, cost center department X, salary account debit 4 lakh, cost center department Y, to bank account 9 lakhs. That's it. For bank account I don't have to use any cost center or profit center. The user saves and forget. But this 9 here is splitted into two parts, right? This 9 is splitted into two parts. Okay, this 9 will be automatically in the background of the SAP system. This thing will be splitted into two parts. Every day we are paying, okay, to our vendor. Whenever we are paying to our vendor, we put bank account khatam, over. But if there are more numbers of line items here on the debit side, two numbers of profit centers are there, then even if we pay from one bank account, it automatically splitted. How it is splitted? Basing on the ratio of the baseline. So what is the ratio of the baseline? The ratio of the baseline is 5:4. So this 9 lakhs is also divided into 5 lakh and 4 lakh. And same profit center which is against the 5 lakh and 4 lakh, that is also copied here. So therefore we are able to prepare the department X profit and loss account and balance it, department Y profit and loss account and balance it separately. Okay, so that is the uses of document splitting and zero balance clearing. Okay, for implementation of the document splitting and zero balance clearing, some of the customizing steps are required. Okay, so in the next class I will create the customizing steps of implementation of this document splitting and zero balance clearing, and I will also demonstrate how automatically system split the transaction in the background, document splitting procedure how it happens, and zero balance clearing line items how it is added, extra line items is added. Okay, so in the next class I will demonstrate both these things, and I will complete the document splitting procedures. Okay, so good night to all of you, and uh, I hope that you are practicing whatever I have gone through, because without practice things will not be useful. Whatever I am just delivering, you have to do it in your system. Okay, okay, good night to all of you.